How do you get a drink around here?
You walk up to the bar and you order one.
Thank you both so much for taking the time today. I really
you.
appreciate it. Jason, I want to ask you if you know how Timothy got into this embezzlement problem, because he seems to like kind of not feel like he deserves it, or maybe he's surprised by it.
That's so nice of you.
That's how he comes
you
off.
You think he's morally squeaky clean. No, he got involved in a dodgy deal somewhere because there was a profit for him. That's a favor to someone. He shouldn't have done it, but clearly he has blurry morals. I don't know how often he does that. I think he does things like that occasionally. The fact is, people like this, generally, the huge scions of industry, get away with what they can get away with. They get away with what they can get away with on tax and on corporate structures and on unions, and he's a Darwinist, survival of the strongest. If you can lead and you can dominate, you should, and that's you look at Saxon, look what he's inherited, you know.
Yeah.
So I know how he got into it, and he deserves everything he gets.
Well, for you, Patrick, Saxon is like obsessed with his siblings' sexual lives for some reason.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, why do you think he is like that? And then also, like, how do you think that shows the dynamic of people like this in these families and the effects they can have on their siblings?
Yeah, I mean, I think that he's obsessed with it because he thinks that, he's the king. He knows everything. He's right in that there's something wrong with his sister, that she's hot and she has not had sex. And there's something wrong with his brother, that he's hunched over and doesn't work out and doesn't have sex. You know, and it's this constant kind of older brother, younger siblings, and feeling like he's knows all and he's the powerful one and he's the almighty. And, they have a really odd and fun and funny dynamic between all of them. And then obviously as the show continues on, the power kind of shifts and things start to change, and he's,
They
do. Let me ask you a question. Do you think he's a sex addict?
Is he a sex addict? Mm-hmm. He would never think that, but sure.
Okay. So do you think he has intimate sex, or do you think it's a power trip?
Oh, well, I think that as he gets there, it's a power thing for him. And then as it goes on, and you see it towards the end of the season, when he's just seeing Amy Lou kind of walk down the beach and visualizing what their relationship is and how he wishes that's what he has.
He could actually make contact with
someone. Yeah, and that's I think that's one of the things he kind of learns about himself and learns about other people on this through this week at the White Lotus is he envies that. And that's what he longs for towards the end.
Well, back to Timothy, he almost kills himself, at least in the first 6, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think it is that stops him from doing that?
Well, my wife walks in the room.
Yeah.
I'm about to kill myself. I was pulling the trigger, and she walked in the room, and I didn't want her to see it. Mm-hmm. He struggles a lot with who might he be if all of his status and power and money is taken away, and the shame that he'd have to go home with. He's a big man locally. He's a huge figure. He comes from a dynasty of this, what they call. I can't even speak English anymore. It's the end of the day. But he comes from a long, generational wealth and privilege.
And lineage? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what I was trying to say. Anyway, the point is, everything that is, as far as he's concerned, everything he is his reputation. And with that gone, and the power and money gone, who is he going to be? How will he be able to look his family in the eye when what he's been is the provider? This scion, this American oligarch, if such a thing exists. So, he doesn't kill himself at the moment that you've seen, but he's thinking about it a lot, or what to do, because there is this wall coming at them at 300 million miles an hour, and it's going to hit them the day they get their phones back. And he's got puts him in a very difficult situation, and you have to watch and find out what happens.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. For you, what do you think, what was your reaction, I guess, when you first read episode 6, 6, when you saw the threesome, the thing that happens with Lochlan and Saxon? What was your reaction reading that? Yeah,
it was a page turner. I was waiting to see what was going to happen, and then when I read that, I think my mouth was kind of on the floor, and I was kind of like, wait, what? I knew a little bit because during some of the audition scenes, it had some references to some stuff, and I remember reading it the first time with my fiance and being like, we read it out loud, and then I was like, can I just say what I thought it said? But yeah, it was it's a hilarious, absurd, insane scene, and
My wife shrieked. We watched it yesterday morning in the hotel here.
Yeah.
We were sent episodes 4, 5, and 6. She shrieked, and we were jet lagged, so we woke up at dawn watching it at crack of dawn, and she just screamed, and then she was bouncing up and down on the bed, just yelping and laughing for the longest time. Yeah. It's a great TV moment, isn't it?
Absolutely, and especially like later when they're like, you're like, I've never had a threesome with two men. They're like, well, yeah, what about yesterday? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
You know, how do you think that shaped him or changed him? Because it does seem to switch for him.
Oh, it
at that
definitely
moment.
switches it. I mean, I think that it's this, it's like a total power shift for him and his character, and it's just he's on the other side of what he would be doing that to someone else before. And it's something that totally changes him. Yeah.
And he's no idea what to do next. He doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, he's totally flustered. I mean, it's just kind of internal
He's so
conflict.
certain for the whole show, and then suddenly he doesn't know what the hell to do.
It is
great.
absolutely a shift. And then I do have to ask, Gen V is coming up.
Yeah.
We've seen Luke appear, in ghostly form, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Will we see you again in this next
no,
season?
I wish, but we were actually filming White Lotus at the same time that they were filming Gen V, so it didn't work out.
All right, and then for you,
but maybe season 3 or some other time.
Keep going.
So
Bring it
you
back
were
somehow.
fantastic that show. I love that show.
It's
You
so
were great.
good. It's so good.
Yeah.
I do have to ask you too. We have the Harry Potter revival coming up.
Oh, he's back.
That would be amazing. Let's just a little cameo. No, but I wanted to ask if you do have advice for the next cast. Kind of
I know
stepping
who
in.
they're casting. They're
you do?
incredible actors. Some of them, yeah, and they're incredible actors, and it's being done by the same people who did the films. And Mark Mylod's running it. It was a brilliant showrunner. I worked with him years ago on Entourage, but he ran. He did lots of Game of Thrones, but he did Succession as well. He's a phenomenally talented man, and they don't need any advice from me.
Oh, it's at HBO, right?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see
I
the
could
final
play
two
both.
episodes.
I could play Potter.
You
There
could
you go.
play Potter
Why not?
with AI help, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He starts off, 12 years old, I think, at the
I
beginning
don't
of
know.
it.
I don't know what they're doing. But
Well,
maybe I can play
that's your
Malfoy.
mental age. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you both so much for your time. I can't
Thank
wait
you.
to watch
Thank
the
you.
final two episodes.
Me
It's
too.
killing me. I can't wait to see where it goes.
What am I supposed to tell my family? We're poor now, and Daddy's going to prison.